You've been dreaming of owning your first home, but you can't make the money work out just right. Watch this video to the end for tips on how to make the dream come true. The potential solution for frustrated renters wanting to buy a home is the first-time homebuyer tax credit. It's a little-known government incentive that could help you save thousands of dollars on your dream home purchase. The first-time homebuyer tax credit is a government program that provides eligible first-time homebuyers with a tax credit to help make purchasing their first home more affordable. This credit is available to individuals who have not owned a principal residence within the past 3 years and who meet certain income and purchase price limits set by the government. The first-time homebuyer tax credit was introduced as a stimulus measure during the Great Recession in 2008. I'm sure you all remember. It was to encourage people to buy homes and support the struggling housing market at the time. It was initially a temporary program, but due to its success, it's been extended and modified several times since then, including by President Biden. The tax credit allows eligible first-time homebuyers to claim a credit on their income tax returns equal to a certain percentage of the purchase price of their home, up to a maximum limit. In other words, you get money back with your taxes. The percentage and maximum limit vary depending on when the home was purchased. But for homes that were purchased before 2010, the tax credit was equal to 10% of the purchase price, up to a maximum credit of $8,000. However, for homes purchased in 2010 or later, the credit was reduced to 5% of the purchase price, up to a maximum credit of $8,000 for most home buyers and $6,500 for certain qualified move-up buyers. The DASH Act is the most recent version, and it allows up to $15,000. This is because housing has soared in prices over the last 4 years. To be eligible for the tax credit, a person has to meet first-time buyer criteria. They must not have owned a principal residence within the past 3 years. They must also meet certain income limits, which are based on the buyer's modified adjusted gross income, or MAGI. Or MAGI. I think MAGI is better. These income limits are adjusted annually and vary depending on the buyer's filing status. In other words, whether you're filing single, married, filing jointly, and on down the line of different ways you can file. In addition to the income limits, there are purchase price limits that determine whether a buyer is eligible for the credit. These limits vary by location and are based on the median home price in the area. In Utah, the prices right now are hovering around $600,000, and those numbers reflect that. The purpose of these limits is to ensure that the tax credit is targeted towards those who need it the very most and to prevent the program from being exploited by wealthy individuals primarily. For the most accurate, useful data, reach out to me so you can have the information that's exactly right for your situation. I always love hearing from you, and I sincerely enjoy helping you navigate the maze that stands between you and your dream home. To claim the tax credit, eligible first-time homebuyers must file a special form called Form 5405 with their federal income tax return. This form requires buyers to provide information about their home purchase, including the purchase price, the date of the purchase, and certain other details. Buyers must also provide proof of their eligibility for the credit, such as a copy of their settlement statement or mortgage statement. It's important to note that the first-time homebuyer tax credit is a non-refundable credit, which means that it can only be used to offset any tax liability the individual might have. If the credit exceeds the individual's tax liability, the excess cannot be refunded or carried over for future years. Therefore, it's crucial for buyers to carefully calculate their potential tax liability and ensure that they're going to be able to fully utilize the credit. Get in touch with your CPA, people. If you need a good CPA, I can absolutely provide you with a great CPA. While the first-time homebuyer's tax credit can be a significant financial benefit for eligible buyers, it is important to understand that it's not a free-for-all. The credit is subject to certain limitations and restrictions, and buyers have to meet all eligibility criteria to qualify. Additionally, it's essential for buyers to consider that their overall financial situation and determine whether buying is the right decision for them. taking into account factors like affordability, long-term commitment, and housing market conditions. In August of 2023, the housing market conditions are such that, in some cases, homes are sitting on the market longer than they did for the last 2 or 3 years. If you're buying a home between $750,000 and $1.5 million, if that home is not priced exactly correctly to begin with, it might sit on the market for 30, 60, 90 days. If you can find a home that's been on the market for 60 or 90 days, it's much more likely that you're going to be able to negotiate a much better price. Taking that into account can be very important when you're considering this tax credit. Overall, the first-time homebuyer tax credit is a government program that aims to help eligible individuals enter the housing market for the first time. It provides a financial incentive for buyers to purchase their first home and supports the stability and growth of the housing market. However, it is really important for buyers to thoroughly understand the program, meet all eligibility criteria, and consider that their overall financial situation before taking advantage of the tax credit. For exact income and home price limits, my team and I can put you on the fast track to owning your first home. Don't turn away from the dream of owning your first home when this tax credit could bridge the gap. I really enjoy hearing from you, so please do reach out to me. I will get you wherever you need to be, whether you're in state, moving from out of state, or even out of the country. I love working with new people and getting you exactly where you need to be for the very, very best deal. You can count on it.